stands right now. Chris Paul, who leads the league in assists and steals. The long jumper by Paul is there. Manu Ginobili starting to stretch and getting ready to check in for the Spurs. Paul from 18 feet. Early timeout, San Antonio. Acknowledge the crowd. Duncan inside, blocked by Chandler. Paul to the floor, knocks it away, steal for West. Paul full throttle into the front court. And give Paul an assist on the three by Butler. When in both cases, defense leading to offense for the Hornets. A couple of steals and a couple of quick buckets. Paul again. For Chris Paul, 106 games in a row with a steal, a new NBA record. And Paul turning defense into offense. The assist to Rasul Butler, who knocks down the three. Next time down the floor, it's Paul doing it himself. The Hornets are up by one, and they are on their feet here in New Orleans for their superstar. He has stuck a few jump shots here tonight, and they're playing him under the screen, and he's knocking down the jumpers.
Much improved shooter from 15 feet to the three-point line as Paul attacks.
Just look at the active leaders. He's comfortably out in front, wouldn't you say?
Jeff Foster on the list.
Don't sleep on Jeff Foster.
You got to protect that ball around Jeff Foster. Oh, my.
Let's go to Heather Cox.
Well, guys, the highest compliments are those that come from your peers. So what do some of Chris Paul's opponents think of his record? Well, Boston Rajon Rondo said Paul's achievement is almost unthinkable, considering how difficult it's been for Rondo to maintain his current 20-game win streak. Charlotte's Boris Dio said,
that's why they pay Greg Popovich the big bucks to diagram that play right there.
Chris Paul right by Parker and lays it in at the end of the half. Parker with a three. Paul answers with a two. Paul sets a new NBA record here in the first half, but it is San Antonio with a 5-point lead at halftime here at the New Orleans Arena. Parker and Ginobili combining for 24 points in the first half. Tony Parker's with Heather Cox.
And a very good first half.
Knock it in.
Stojakovic out with back spasms tonight, and this is the largest lead of the game right now for either team. Chandler with a layup, the assist to Paul. Tyson Chandler was just 1 for 8 in the first. West over Bonner. Why doesn't this guy get more attention, more acclaim than he does?
Antonio to set their defense.
West another jumper. And another made jumper from 17. Another assist for Chris Paul. Leading the NBA in 53% from beyond the arc. Paul answers with a long two. And here they come again. Paul going around Duncan. All the way around. Lob for Chandler.
Player playing behind the net. Paul goes underneath the basket area, keeps his dribble a la Steve Nash, and then finds Tyson Chandler. Great lob to cut San Antonio's lead to point shot by their best three-point shooter.
Butler. And Rasul Butler gives the Hornets the lead. Got a double-double with 12 points and 11 rebounds. Hard to believe New Orleans has only 4 fast break points. Armstrong on a beautiful bounce pass from Paul.
And I was talking to the general manager break point, but that was good push in transition by Hill. Good entry pass by Bruce Bowen.
Bowen flies by Posey, who buries the three. Ball goes around Duncan, hesitates, and gets it to go.
Just great ability to turn the corner. And again, this isn't often talked about, finishing off the wrong foot. They're jumping off the right foot, gaining balance and finishing.
Again, Bowen is on Paul. West from 15.
I'm a huge history buff, especially when it comes to the NBA and things like that. And one thing about history is you can't erase it. You know, and this is such a crazy streak that I'm sure Alvin Robertson never thought that someone would come along and even contend with this. But I think it'll be something that's great for our team and for our fans if I can do it tonight.
Got it out of the way in the second quarter.
One of the great strengths of New Orleans is their free throw shooting. So that's been a big factor in the game.
David West for three. His fourth made three-pointer. Another look at David West pulling one out of the playbook.
They spread the floor against the trap of Paul, and he's just a knockdown shooter.
Posey, got it! Run for the New Orleans Hornets here in the closing minutes against the Spurs.
Rasul Butler on the tip on the miss by James Posey on the break. And then Chris Paul probing off the pick and roll to big shot James Posey.
And is it CP3 or MVP? I think it's CP3 they're chanting. But they've certainly hollered their fair share of MVP in this building as well.
This is going to be an impressive win for New Orleans. A great fourth quarter finish. And I think Greg Popovich is right. San Antonio also.
An impressive fourth quarter comeback. Chris Paul setting an NBA record, 106 consecutive games with a steal, and he and David West lead the Hornets to victory over the Spurs here tonight. Chris Paul, 19 points, 12 assists, and an interview with Heather Cox.
And Chris Paul, certainly sweet revenge, beating the team that knocked you out of the playoff last year. How big was this win?
I wish we could have did this in Game 7, you know, but it's a new year. I think this team showed a lot of fight, beating these guys without Peja Stojakovic and Mo Pete. This was a huge win for us.
And a huge team effort. David West, who's not a three-point shooter, 2 threes to help spark a 13-0 run. What was your reaction to those shots?
It's crazy because I yell at D. West all the time about not shooting threes because he can shoot back there, but he insists on staying at 17 feet. But he made 2 huge shots for us tonight, and that's why we won. And
it seems like forever ago, but a very special night for you in the first half, breaking that consecutive streak steal record in the NBA. What does that say to you about your place in NBA history?
Man, it's an unbelievable accomplishment, you know, to make a mark in history, especially a record like that that's so weird and so tough to do. Thanks to my teammates, to the fans. Hopefully we can keep it going.
Congratulations on a very special night, Steve. Thank you.
Chris Paul, 19 points, 12 assists, and a new NBA steals record as he and David West lead the Hornets in the fourth quarter. A big comeback as they overcome a deficit and beat San Antonio 90-83. SportsCenter is next.